Black Graduation presented by the Office of Black Student Affairs. Let's give one more big round of applause to our graduates. We are proud of them. My name is Lydia Middleton, and I am the Dean and Director for the Office of Black Student Affairs. To the annual Black Graduation Ceremony. This event is a Claremont Colleges and OBSA tradition that allows us to recognize the accomplishments of graduating students of African descent from all 7 colleges. So this afternoon and morning/afternoon, we are celebrating our brilliant scholars who obtained degrees from Harvey Mudd, Pomona, Pitzer, Scripps, Claremont McKenna, Claremont Graduate University, and Keck Graduate Institute. Our students are the picture of excellence, and we have dedicated this morning to acknowledge the culmination of all-nighters, exams, presentations, doctoral committees, late-night food runs, papers, Netflix binges, phone calls to family, panicked phone calls to family, more phone calls to family, thesis statements, endless discussions on group chat, our office hours, and finally, a restful night knowing you made it. So congratulations. We are so happy that you're here. The Office of Black Student Affairs has heard your stories when you dropped by our office, seen you working late in the conference room and the OBSA bungalow. Our staff has also seen you rush to classes and meetings, and we know how hard you've worked both inside of the classroom and outside of the classroom in your co-curricular activities and leadership projects. So please, one more time, let's applaud our graduates. Really quick housekeeping items for our family and friends. So I'm speaking to all of you now. Number 1, parents and families, you will meet your students outside after the ceremony. You might miss them during the time that they're away from you in this room, but please do not run up to the stage, do not run on the stage, because it's a safety liability and we don't want you to get hurt. If you make me tackle your grandmother, I'll feel guilty about it. For her own safety. A professional photographer and videographer will record everything. You will have access, and you will have access to these images. You may also purchase individual photos from our student photographer, Marcus Pope. Marcus, if you could raise your hand. He's right down here. He's gonna make sure to get photos of you as you cross the stage, and is also gonna set up, we'll say at the red carpet, if you'd like individual photos. So I'd like to now thank, especially for putting this event together, Latrice Cox, who was responsible for our beautiful looks outside, for getting you an Uber, and for communicating with you about everything that you need to do. So I'm gonna embarrass her later as well, so that's pretty good. All right, the other rule is that there can be no food or beverages in the theater. So if you need to eat or drink, please go outside. You won't have long to wait. There's a great lunch that's prepared for you at the end of the ceremony, so you'll definitely have a great meal. Doors may not be propped open, so this is in order to keep the cool air in. So that even if you leave the room, make sure you don't prop the door open. It won't lock behind you, it won't be locked out. If you could also please try to hold your applause, shouts, and praises until after your student crosses the stage and goes to their seat. I'll remind you of this a little later as well. Finally, each graduate will have an opportunity to give a 30-second optional thank you. You're not required to do this, but we welcome you to thank your family and friends and everyone that's helped you along the way. You will get only 30 seconds for that speech, and I will give you a little tap if you go over your time. All right, so those are our rules. Is everybody in agreement?
Yes!
Great. So now I'd like to introduce the Vice President for Student Affairs for the Claremont University Consortium, Dr. Denise Hayes, and my boss, who's going to give some welcome remarks. So please welcome her.
celebration. In spite of all the challenges that we're facing, in spite
spite of all the disturbing things that are in the news, we have so much to be grateful for. And so we're going to focus on the gratefulness today. On behalf of the Claremont Colleges, Pomona, Claremont Graduate University, Scripps College, Claremont McKenna, Harvey Mudd, Pitzer, and Kent Graduate Institute, I am honored to welcome you, parents, guardians, grandparents, aunts and uncles, extended family members, neighbors, and friends to the Office of Black Student Affairs 2016 graduation celebration. This is a special and exciting time in the lives of our students. This is historic. For many, you are the first in your family and your community to graduate from a college. Can I hear an amen? Amen. For others, it is the first time your family and community have someone receiving a master's or doctoral degree. Can I get an ashe? Ashe. Many of you will continue into graduate school and others will go into the workforce. Some, which may be many, may still be undecided. But what is undisputed is that each of you are successful right now, and you will continue to be successful. You succeeded because of your family and your community members. I know, as a first-generation student, the importance of care packages, the many phone calls, texts, voicemails, Facebook posts, so on. The cards with money, that still doesn't change. The home-cooked meals and the ongoing encouragement. I now ask the graduates to acknowledge the support of your family and your communities. Would you stand and thank your families and communities? To the 2016 graduates, you have accomplished a very challenging goal. Don't overlook it. It's very important, and everybody doesn't get to this point. And you also faced many challenging circumstances. You have felt mental, physical, and spiritual pain. You have felt alone, and yet you've won the race. You are receiving the gold medal. What's next? It will be different for each of you. Whatever your future holds, remember the words of our First Lady, Michelle Obama. Success isn't about how much money you make. It's about the difference that you make in people's lives. Congratulations and welcome to all. Thank you.
Congratulations, class of 2016. Give yourselves an applause. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous
every voice and sing, till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Stony the road we trod, bitter the chasing rod, felt in the days when hope unborn had died. Yet with a steady beat, have not a weary feet come to the place for which our fathers died. We have come over a grave that with tears has been watered. We have come treading our path through the blood of the slaughtered. Out from the gloomy past, till now we stand at last, where the white gleam of our bright star is cast. God of our weary years, God of our silent tears, thou who hast brought us thus far on the way, thou who hast by thy might led us into the light. Keep us forever in the path we pray. Lest our feet stray from the places, our God, where we met thee. Lest our hearts, drunk with the wine of the world, we forget thee. Shadowed beneath thy hand, may we forever stand, true to our God, true to our native land. True to our God, true to our native land.
That means I have to go again. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a poem that was written by one of our graduate students, Yvonne Davis. Yvonne's going to come up and read his poem.
Okay. Hello, everybody. All right, this poem. Okay, this poem is entitled "For Families That Don't Know Celebration." The closest I've been to Lackland, Mississippi was loving my family, who great migrated through red dirt lynchings that served as family picnics, from cotton fields, from struggle, only to meet more struggle, to introductions to sundown towns, to red line communities, to poor housing systems, abandoned buildings. You made it over all of that. Some families have education, status, but we have food. Soul in the kitchen, flip it, making everything out of barely having anything. Barbecue joints on 22nd by the L, 48th and King near the church where I was baptized, where I met God. 59th Street, a trail of rib tips, hot links, mild sauce. I know what the South Side tastes like. So it's not a surprise that I think of you often, include you in my prayers. I say grace. I say thank you. I say thank you. I say thank you.
Once again, I'd like to thank LaVon Davis for reading her poem. LaVon was a graduate student program manager with the Office of Black Student Affairs last semester, well actually fall semester, which was my first semester here with the Claremont Colleges. LaVon was responsible for founding the Arts Engagement Program and was a great help to us as we were getting off our feet in the fall. So I really appreciate the work and the dedication that she showed. And then when she contacted us to ask if she could read a poem, I was more than happy to have her because she's so talented and she really cares and is committed about the Black communities here. So thank you, LaVon. Okay, and now we're going to present the Dr. Agnes Moreland Jackson Service Awards. Dr. Agnes Moreland Jackson is an activist and educator who taught at Spelman College, Boston University, and Cal State Los Angeles before being hired as an assistant professor at Pitzer College in 1969. She became the second Black full professor at the Claremont Colleges and has been actively involved in civil, human, and women's rights. Political action, economic equity issues, and educational challenges were some of her accomplishments in terms of what she was interested in serving the community for 6 decades. She's an active member of the National Council of Negro Women and Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. We present the following awards in her honor. This first award is the OVSA Dean's List. We're doing something a little bit non-traditional this year as we are not actually awarding students based on their academic performance, but I did want to give special awards to the OVSA student staff who worked so hard this year to turn the office around and really bring a series of dynamic new programming. They provided excellent support to me as this was my first year as dean, and I want to recognize them by providing them with the Dean's List Award. Not everyone is here, but I will read their names, and when I read your name, please walk around this way and come on up as we have awards for you. For other awards, I'd like to let you know some of these are for student organizations, so any student who represents that group can come up and accept on behalf of the organization. So hopefully we can get through this smoothly. I know there's a lot of people to navigate around. All right, so I'd like to read the names for the OVSA Dean's List. Ellington Bramwell. Dominique Curtis. Isaac B. Tucker Raspberry. Cleopatra Phyllis. Tiffany Smith. Paul Carter. Michelle Schultz. Micaiah Young. Aaliyah Bolton. And Cindy Onyekwelu. These students were my team this year, and every program that you saw and every calendar that you saw made and all the events that came out of the office were conceived of, planned, and executed by these talented students, and I really appreciate their efforts this year. Tiffany works, she forgets that she's actually getting an award for it. She's working so hard. Okay, so this next award is for the student who showed dedication to her mentees over the course of the OBSA mentorship program throughout the year. And she demonstrated success at being able to balance her role as a mentor and a student. I saw her in OBSA quite a bit, planning to have meetings with her mentees, and she continued having a close relationship with them throughout the year. So I would like to invite Ashley Land up to the stage. So while she's coming up, I want to announce the next award, because this is to a student organization. This award goes to the Pan-African Student Association. So I know there are several members here who are representing that group. So I'd like to invite one person up to accept the Community Involvement Award for the innovative and insightful events and programs to strengthen Black communities across the colleges. So if we could have a representative from PASA come and accept this award. This next award is the OBSA Active Student Organization Award. This goes to a student org who worked to support Black students at 2 different colleges. So this is 2 different awards. The first one is for Black Lives and Allies at MUD. It is a Harvey Mudd-based Black student organization. We are providing BLAM an award because they worked this year to create connections across the colleges. They founded their own mentoring program. I would see them at so many events. There'd be a group of MUD students that would show up and participate, and they did a great job at reaching out and working outside of the campus of MUD to make important connections. So if there's a BLAM member who would like to accept on behalf of the group, you can come on down and accept the award. The other student organization that we'd like to recognize is the Pitzer College Black Student Union. Pitzer BSU worked this year to secure designated space on Pitzer's campus. They were participants in outspoken advocacy and worked to strengthen the Black communities at Pitzer. For those of you who might not be aware, a lot of the campuses experienced student protests, and a lot of those discussions are still ongoing. As a result of Pitzer's work with the presidents and upper-level administrators, they were able to secure designated space at Pitzer College. It's a large, beautiful room that the students are able to utilize and find community. So congratulations, Pitzer BSU. The next award goes to a group of students who demonstrated leadership. So this is the Outstanding Seniors and Graduating Graduate Students in Leadership Award. Students receiving this award possess exceptional leadership skills and have contributed to student organizations and the Claremont colleges. Each student has the ability to strive through adversity and obstacles and have proven to the OBSA staff that they're committed to supporting, motivating, and inspiring future leaders at the Claremont colleges. I would like to invite Quali Liggins, Michelle Schultz, and Shani Paul for the Outstanding Senior and Leadership Award. All the awards that you're hearing that are not OBSA awards were nominations that were submitted to us by your peers. So these are the people that the communities at the Claremont colleges felt deserved this honor. So we really appreciate that you participated in this process, and congratulations. The Outstanding Graduate Student Award goes to Cleopatra Fellows and London Williams. Our next award is the Dr. Samela Lewis Artist Award. So this is for a student who showed artistic talent and vision, as well as technique and passion. This award goes to Lavon Davis. I'm excited to have been able to witness one of Lavon's art shows this year. She's a talented woman, and I am honored to give her this award this year. This next award is the John Payton Leadership Award. This is for a student who demonstrates outstanding leadership and goes to Ashley Land and Tiffany Smith. Ashley, I'm sorry I keep making you get up and walk all the way around. But you have to do this for us because we're faculty. Okay, this next award is for faculty. This is the OBSA Leadership Recognition Award, and again, these are awards that were submitted as nominations to our office. So we are really happy to be able to present Dr. Hal Fairchild and Dr. Alicia Bonaparte of Pitzer College for their dedication to communities of African descent. So if you can find a way- This next award is the Prolific Scholar Award, which is given to a professor who has done invaluable work at the Claremont Colleges. I'm not sure if she's here today, but Dr. April Mays of Pomona College is giving this award. And since she's here, so we be sure to let her know that she's doing this award. April, thank you so much. April, you know you're supposed to be sitting there in the front, hiding from everyone. Congratulations, Dr. Mays. Yeah, we didn't tell anyone in advance they were getting awards, so. And our final award is the Dr. Agnes Moreland Jackson Academic Excellence Award. In honor of his retirement, we would like to present Dr. Hal Fairchild with this award for excellence for his years of service as a scholar and mentor. I am particularly grateful to Dr. Child for his support of OBSA, his generosity in photographing and documenting our events this year. He's a very talented photographer. And his personal support in navigating the college as a new professional. I found his advice to be invaluable to me. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Fairchild. Okay, well, that closes our award ceremony, and now I'd like to invite Nick Daly, our Assistant Dean of Black Student Affairs, to introduce our keynote speaker.
Good morning, friends. Good morning. Oh, come on, wake up, y'all. Good morning. I love it. My name is Nick Daly.
I'm the Assistant Dean for the Office of Black Student Affairs. I'm excited to introduce our Black graduation keynote speaker, Sekou Andrews, graduate of Pitzer College, class of 1994. The Office of Black Student Affairs chose Sekou because of his performative style and because we are excited about the perspective and encouragement he can offer you on your postgraduate journey. OBSA wants Sekou to help us, family, and friends inspire and celebrate the class of 2016 graduates. We are grateful to be connected to a prestigious alumnus of Pitzer College who can speak to the experience of being a person of African descent at the Claremont Colleges. We'd like to offer a special thanks to Mr. Adrian Stevens, Vice President for College Advancement at Pitzer, for connecting us to Sekou. I'd like to talk more about Mr. Andrews, his background, and the energy he brings as our keynote speaker. A week in the life of poetic voice Sekou Andrews could find him presenting an original talk for international executives, giving a keynote at a leadership conference, or performing pieces for Barack Obama in Oprah's backyard. This school teacher turned National Poetry Slam champion has become the world's leading poetic voice, a new type of speaker and artist who fuses inspirational speaking with spoken word poetry, strategic storytelling, theater, and comedy to give voice to the messages of organizations and help them tell their most powerful stories. His personalized poetic presentations are in high demand by Fortune 500 companies, leading conferences, and global nonprofits. Among Sekou's esteemed clients are Google, Nike, PayPal, Johnson & Johnson, Global Green, Mayo Clinic, Genentech, HP, and TED-Med. He has been featured on national media outlets including ABC, MSNBC, HBO, Showtime, MTV, and BET. Presented for luminaries such as Oprah Winfrey, Barack Obama, Larry King, Quincy Jones, Hillary Clinton, Bono, Maya Angelou, and Norman Lear. And shared the stage with music heavyweights Stevie Wonder, Carlos Santana, Jay-Z, Maroon 5, and the Pasadena Pops Orchestra, just to name a few. His own latest album, Poetic License, helped him become the most awarded artist by the nation's largest independent music organization. Having successfully innovated a new speaking category, Sekou teaches rockstar secrets to public speakers through his Stage Might speaker training program, coaching communicators in techniques of performers. As a poetic voice, Sekou shows us the best version of ourselves to help us live into it. He does more than inspire us with his story. He inspires us with our story. Please welcome Sekou Andrews.
As you might have noticed, I am not Sekou Andrews. He is backstage. He needs a couple of minutes, so we're going to take a brief intermission. Please not leave the room. And when he comes out, I want you to give him a rousing round of applause. So just be 1 or 2 more minutes before our speaker comes out, okay? Thank you.
Okay, everyone. Thank you all for your patience. The exciting thing is that we are running ahead of schedule, but we are about to start our program again, so if you all can find your seats. We are so excited to present Sekou Andrew.
I just have to first say how incredibly proud I am to be a part of this campus that has apparently brought an end officially to CP time. And apparently for the first time in history, we ended early. I'm just angry that I didn't get the memo, because now y'all make me look late. That ain't cool. That ain't cool. Okay? We gotta share the information among the whole community. All right? I'm gonna give you that one though. I'm gonna give you that one. I apologize, it caught me off guard, but we're here now. We're here now. So to the administration and to the faculty, and to the friends and the families and the parents, I welcome you. And to the graduating class of 2016. Shut up. Just shut your mouth. No, keep your voice down. And, don't make waves. All right? Know your place. Stay in your lane. Don't make waves. Okay? Look, don't be too black. Don't be too white. Just find a nice, nice neutral sweet spot. Don't make waves, Look, don't be gathering with too many of each other, okay? Don't eat meals together. Don't be a gang. And don't make waves. Just keep swimming. Follow orders. Don't rock the boat. Don't stir the waters. Don't find what is uniquely you. And whatever you do not make waves. I've been hearing it almost all my life. Am I alone? Let me just see who I'm talking to. Anybody else heard these voices? Anybody, parents? Anybody heard these voices? Grandparents? Anybody heard these voices? I'm not just talking about the graduates now. I'm talking about the youth and the elders. Anybody heard these voices in your head telling you what you can and cannot be? Let me just see who I'm talking to here. Anybody? Okay, so I got a couple for, and honestly, I don't get it. Because I personally think waves are awesome. Right? I mean, you know what I mean? Look, think about it. When waves bring together communities. Okay, now, I don't know, you think I'm crazy, but think about it. When they're at any football game in the world, when there is a dull moment, how do 60,000 members of a community solve that problem simultaneously? They stand up, reach up, and make a wave. And it is awesome, right? I'm telling you, waves are awesome, and we're not alone in believing that there is a whole agreement out in the universe. Surfers all over the world agree with us that waves are awesome, right? Do-rags and hoods all across America believe that waves are awesome. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are people at clubs everywhere who throw their hands in the air, but they don't dare stop there. What do they do? They wave them like they just don't care, right? They don't care. They know waves are awesome, right? And then, of course, we have all experienced those harmonious days when light and sound, earth and wind waves, feeling especially artistic, all gel together perfectly, and we get a periwinkle turned curry sunset that looks as if the sky just fell in love. We get the trickling inhales and crestfallen exhales of an ocean emulating the sound of God sleeping. We get the crashing cobalt choreography of a horizon dancing its favorite ballet. We get beautiful, like this. Right now, at this moment here, look at me staring into your eyes that are filled with oceans of possibility, right? Looking at your muscles that are swelling with incoming tides, knowing they will go out into this world and make change and make revolutions and make movements that you can't even yet explain. I cannot even explain them. That is why I chose waves as the metaphor for this moment. Because I have stood in awe at the majesty of a rolling sea. And in those moments, I found myself seeking an explanation for this aquatic phenomenon, you know, but an explanation as remarkable as the experience itself, you know? So I decided to do what I do. I went to my teachers. I went to my special faculty. I went to my special little research team. I went to my most trusted team of pint-sized expert advisors on how waves are made. And you will not believe what I found out. It is mind-blowing. Did you know that Professor Juden Justice Evans of the 2nd grade has published a theory in purple crayon that says waves are made by people getting tons and tons of water from the sink and pouring it into the sea. Sometimes rain works too. Mind-blowing, right? Dr. Sergio Juarez of the 5th grade. Perhaps you guys familiar with this research? No? Look, Dr. Juarez says, if you follow a rainbow all the way to the end, it lands in the ocean with a splash. This is how waves are made. I'm like, who knew? Right? In fact, there are several grade school theories that build off of accepted science, right? Like 4th grade. Venus's twin brother Neptune lives on the moon and uses his magical magnetic scepter to lift the waves up and down. 1st grade.
Waves are made by bottom animals at the bottom of the ocean, moving their bottoms around at the bottom.
Apparently the bottom is the crux of that theory, right? Oh, third grade. Okay, I got it. A big old fat dude, right? He runs to the ocean's edge and he does a leaping cannonball into the water. That's how waves are made. And of course, the most popular fifth grade theory postulates that the wind makes the water get all bunched up together until it makes a big, gigantic clump. This is how waves are made. Now, I know what you're thinking. Right? You're thinking, obviously, he clearly steered away from most middle school theories. I get it, right? It's because most of their research is anchored in subaquatic flatulation theories, and I don't really want to go there. However, the truth of the matter is that all of these students, from 1st to 5th grade, they all know some truth to the science behind waves. It's just that they, and I for that matter, we like their version better. It's more defining to believe in the magic of our sector. It's more uniting to imagine us all moving together underwater. It's more inspiring to chase the end of our rainbows. This is all I'm asking you to do with your story. To rewrite this version of yourself that's lying within you and add some higher purpose to the tale of your potential. Right? To reroute the course of your trajectory, sometimes radically, and put a big S on the chest of your mild-mannered strategies. Your black excellence holds the power to cure your own gravity and put a little tooth fairy in your pocket's cavities. To reimagine the science of this version of yourself and give convention reason to believe in something else, in your version of you. In your version of how you own your own future. This is what I do every day. I didn't mean to. I didn't intend to. I wasn't trying to be the world's leading poetic voice. I'm just being real. I'm just, can I keep it 100 with y'all? Listen, I was supposed to be Jay-Z. I'm just being real. I was supposed to be Jay-Z and Denzel combined. Right? I was going to be Jay-Zell. You know what I'm saying? I fell in love with hip-hop and acting at the same time. And I pursued both through high school, into my time here at Claremont colleges. And I was down here in the Pomona studio recording the beat, slam, right? The joint. About to blow up, son. Right, I was performing at Kahoot Tech. I was rocking it. Y'all don't know I was rocking it. Y'all don't know. You know, and then I started doing plays and acting and so forth, but you know, I heard the audience is saying, well, you got a voice, a special voice. You have something unique to say. And honestly, we think that we like your version better. And so I ended up creating some plays. I created a play called Gray I wrote, directed, and produced, all about the power of race relations. Very controversial, but very critically acclaimed on the campus. And I received a warm welcome from other communities in my community saying, we kind of like your version better. And that kind of got good to me, so I started exploring, well, what else could I do that gives the world my version? And so I graduated from here and I started pursuing music a little bit more than I did my acting because I had more opportunities with record labels. And so I would go and shop my music to record labels, and I would hear all the time from executives, dude, I love your lyrics, son. Like, it's not, shoot 'em up, bling, bling, girl, I did this to you to sell to the man next to the man at the label, but personally, I listened to it on my way home from work every single day. And I was like, well, damn, what does that mean? So I found myself going to an open mics, poetry open mics, and say, well, maybe I'll just build a fan base for myself, and maybe I'll just build my own fan base, release my own music, right? So I would go out there and I would perform my hip hop, but I would perform my hip hop spoken word style. I would change, same lyrics, same content, different delivery system, reimagining the way that the user experience that I could create for the listener, right? And it hit. And the audience was like, man, we like your version better, right? Because other versions, they can sit back and they can deliver the hip hop the same way that they would if they had a beat. But you free yourself from the cadence. And we get to sync and play with your words and understand them in a different way. We like your version better. And I started going, wait a minute, now this is still kind of good to me. So maybe I don't have to keep following the conventions. Maybe I don't have to follow the Jay-Z, Denzel, Jay-Z path, you know? Maybe I don't have to create a hybrid of two other people. I can just find myself in between them, right? And so I started exploring spoken word poetry, and it got good to me. Now, off to the side, on the academic side, right, I was pre-law. I was going to do entertainment law as a backup to being an entertainer. Any lawyers in the house? Yeah, so y'all know, law is not really a backup. Kind of a commitment, right? And I'm looking at the hours that lawyers work, and I'm like, man, you either gotta just love the law and be passionate about who you're serving, or you gotta just love money. And I'm not really in love with the law, and I wanna make money, but I wanna make money being this version of myself, doing what I love to do and being driven by my purpose and my passion. So I began to look, well, how can I do that? And so I decided I'm gonna become a 5th grade teacher, because, you know, I was still pursuing the entertainment stuff, but brother gotta eat. Right? So my brother got an job, was a 5th grade teacher, so that I could continue driving my social change, filling my social change principles and making sure that I aligned myself with something that was meaningful to me. But at a certain point, I had to stop and take that leap of faith. Because somewhere along the way, I found myself falling in love with spoken word poetry more than I was just in love with being another hip hop artist tossed out into the sea of demos or actor tossed into the sea of headshots. And so I said, well, I'm actually going to quit my job and become a full-time poet. So, I don't quite, I didn't know what it meant either. Right? Some of y'all are like, and what do you do from, like, what do you do here? How do you eat? Right? And I was trying to figure it out myself. But it was my version. 2 days after I quit my job, I did my first CD release show. I stepped onto the stage. I did one of the best sets of my life. I stepped onto the streets of Santa Monica Boulevard afterwards, and I made my rent in CD sales. And I found myself looking up at the sky as the crowd cleared, and I was on the streets of Santa Monica by myself, and I looked into the sky. The first time I said the words, I can do this. The next day, I took off to a trip to DC to do a week-long poetry tour, what I call a safe tour, meaning my girlfriend at the time lived there, so a brother could eat. And I toured DC for a week, and I came home with a wad of cash. And 3 weeks later, I toured Atlanta, where my mom lived, did another safe tour, and I came home with a wad of cash. And 3 weeks later, I won the National Poetry Slam Championship, becoming the #1 poet in the nation. And a few months later, I joined my first national poetry tour, traveling the route of the Underground Railroad from New Orleans to New York to celebrate the first anniversary of 9/11, raising funds for African-American firefighters. And then I won the National Poetry Slam Championship again. And then I did a second national poetry tour where we registered over 1 million young people to vote, and success, and success, and success, and success, all in my version. And after a while, I found myself looking up at the sky, and it was almost like God was saying, what took you so long? I've been holding all your blessings for you, waiting for you to define yourself for yourself and step out in faith and do you here. Here. Take this. I'm tired of carrying it. The world was apparently saying, we like your version better. So I kept going. Found myself performing for businesses and creating spoken word poetry, delivering business messages, but still operating the traditional poetry and entertainment. And then I found myself noticing this trend in business that I was noticing at conferences, where you would have speaker, filled with inspirational or cerebral educational content, followed by speaker, followed by speaker, followed by speaker, followed by artist. meant to lift the spirits, a singer-songwriter, a comedian, or a dancer, and get the hearts open and the minds ready to receive the information from the next speaker, followed by speaker, followed by speaker. And I found myself asking a pivotal question. Why is art used as the break from the content and not the vehicle for the content? That was when I decided to create a new version of myself. And I called it Poetic Voice, a new cutting-edge speaking category that blends inspirational speaking seamlessly with the spoken word poetry to help the world's largest organizations deliver their messages and tell their stories more powerfully. And the world said, we like your version better. And so I began training others and helping executives and entrepreneurs to become better speakers by launching a StageMight speaker training program that teaches rock star secrets to public speakers, helping them to understand that you don't have to fall in the conventions of a traditional speaker. You don't have to stay at the mic or only rock the podium. You don't have to not move. You don't have to. I told them today when I was working for this, when I was preparing for this speech, I let them know, listen, make sure the lights go all the way up to the edge. Trust me, I'm not going to fall. Make sure they go all the way back. Make sure I can touch all corners of the room. Make sure I can, listen, if I could stage dive, I would. Would you guess me? You guess me? All right, I appreciate that. If I could stage dive, I would, right? And so I found myself going, I can teach how to become a more dynamic communicator to other influencers and leaders in the world so that they can go out and inspire their communities and know that there's a time and place to go big and a time and place to just come back home and go small. To make sure that you have a big voice, whether it's in a yell or it's in a whisper. And the world said, well, we like your version. Better. Keep doing you. Honestly, that's actually what led me here, to this moment. You know, talking to Team OBSA, Lydia Middleton, and them saying, we can have a conventional speaker, but we kind of like your version better. And the irony of that is that you agree, I feel you. I appreciate that, appreciate that. Now, babies love me. Baby hollering and stuff in the middle. The irony of that is that here I am now doing my most recent job for the Claremont Colleges as a speaker, doing my version of it. And it reminds me of how my very first job at the Claremont Colleges was also doing my version, right? I was a freshman working for the Spitzer Student Activities Department, you know, under the late and great Chris Freeberg, God rest his soul. And I found myself doing activities, but struggling because we didn't have traditional activities that really spoke to my community, right? And I was a freshman, and I was just like, I feel like some of these activities, they're not really speaking for me. They're not really working for me. And so I decided to create my own version, right? Do y'all still do screw your roommate dance parties? Yeah? Y'all don't do that? No? Somebody, the old school, any of the old school folks out? Y'all remember. Screw your roommates, right? It was like you would come in, and you would have to basically set your roommate up on a date with whoever you wanted to go to a party, right? They had to go with whoever you set them up with. It was crazy, right? But I was like, well, the party wasn't that fun for bro. I wasn't dancing like, you know, they wasn't doing the Cabbage Patch, and, you know, I wasn't hearing the music I wanted to hear, and so I decided, well, I'm gonna do my version, and I created Screw Your Homie. And Screw Your Homies was fun. And Screw Your Homies took on their own life and lasted the entirety of my college experience. And I actually, as a matter of fact, I know some people that are still married to this day that got hooked up at a Screw Your Homies. So, return on investment. And it ultimately led to me creating my own division, my own version of the Pittston Student Activities Department that I called Top of the Pyramid Productions, TOP. And we served our community. We created waves that helped to define us for us, right? And being unafraid to make these new waves that acknowledge and serve the community in new ways and still invited everybody else to come and play, right? My version. That's all my special research team is trying to teach you. It's trying to get you to do, right? See, I know it's not that these kids and I don't understand that scientifically ocean waves are created by the wind. It's just that, honestly, we bet that we will like your version better. Right? The version where you breathe new life into your communities like resuscitation, until your imagination and your dedication, your innovation and your collaboration get all bunched up and you make a big, gigantic plump in your community. Because that's how your waves will be made. And that is where your excellence lies. It lies in your lungs, right? You breathing new life into your community, taking ownership of your responsibility to fill the campus air with resources that surround your peers with a breath of fresh care, right? Living and breathing new ways to support them when they feel out of breath from the grind. Fanning the winds of change with new communities for students who find refuge in unspoken cultural bonds, where you can gather with newfound family, share a meal, exchange a few quiet commonalities. Just exhale. And sure, we understand that seismic waves, they are caused by movement in the Earth's subterranean plates, but honestly, graduates, we think we like your version better, where you take bold steps hard enough to make the earth quake, but smart enough to learn quickly from past mistakes, walk light enough to levitate through diverse landscapes, but heavy enough to impact this world with the mark that you make. This is where your excellence lives, in your hands, in your feet, in your muscles, that in the courageous parts of you that are unafraid to shake things up. Because you have to go out there and shake things up, to be seismic in your wave making, right? And it's not always the most external. You know, yeah, sometimes it is. It's you know, Black Lives Matter. It's police accountability, and it's the protest on campus around something that was said or something that was done or somebody's stupid Halloween costume. Come on. Can we just pick SpongeBob SquarePants from now on? Right? Iron Man is a good costume. Iron Man. Let's go with Iron Man, like Wonder Woman, all right? You know, and stop picking costumes that hearken to the most stereotypical versions of people that have been persecuted, right? And annihilated even, right? Just Iron Man from now on. Hashtag go with Iron Man. That's what I say. Right? Sometimes it's the most outward, but sometimes it's the most inward. The most inward revolution that you can imagine, right? It's facing your identity. Trying to decide what makes you you, right? It's the retreat. Y'all still do the retreat, the freshman black retreat, right? You get away to the mountains and go figure out what blackness is. Y'all still do that? Right? Y'all remember, y'all did it, right? You got away, y'all remember, it was the same thing. You go to retreat, and what is black? Well, you know, well, what's African? Well, what's American? You know, and well, is this really my home? Am I a patriot? You know, and the dark-skinned folks got their experience, and you know, about how people view them, and the light-skinned folks, you know, I don't know if I am black and I'm mixed race and so forth, and everybody, it's still going on, trust me. It's going to be about 12 or 13 more retreats in your life, because your identity will continue to change. You'll continue to explore it. You'll continue to retreat away from the conventional stereotypes and find yourself, right, asking, who am I? And sometimes it will happen in the most life-changing ways. It happened with me too. I grappled with it all too. I grappled with it. My time here transformed several times. Several times. You should have seen me. Sometimes I was like, you know, I started off like Mr. Too Black, Too Strong. Blackity black. You know? Blackity McBlackson. You know what I'm saying? You should have seen me swaggering across my college campus in a dashiki, atop my crown perched a kufi, and dangling from my neck swung a brass Egyptian ankh the size of my forearm. I was singing it out loud, black and proud. Should have seen me. Should have seen me, dog, right? Oh my gosh, you know, trying to find peace in my identity, right? But if we change, we evolve, we grow, you know, we return, right? You rock the kufi, you rock the kente, you rock the kufi. Next thing you know, you got the suit and tie, but you're blacker than you were when you had the kufi and the kente, you know? Next thing you know, you know what I mean? You're raising your family as the most revolutionary act that you can imagine. You know, next thing you know, you're out in the system, in politics, working within the system. Like, it takes the entire community, it takes the entire village, it takes the entire Black experience, and you begin to explore that from this moment forth, from that moment when you were at the retreat to this moment, and now from this moment moving forward, you will continue to evolve it. You will continue to define yourself, and you need to understand that that is a big part of your movement. Embrace that. Those are a big part of your waves. So hit that ocean and splash up and stir it up. Don't sit there, silent and safe and still, right? We all know that sound waves are made from vibrations against Earth's surfaces, but I swear we're gonna love your version better, where you unfasten your throat, unhinge your lips, and give life to your voice, your willingness to speak up for each other. When you see something wrong, and when you see something right, to extend the comforting sound of humanity within and across your cultural lines, right? Even when the story of someone's Black experience sounds completely different than yours. Because we don't all experience our Blackness in the same way. Right? Sometimes we don't even become aware of our Blackness until we experience the world's reaction to it. Am I lying? When we suddenly start to think that it might be the reason we feel rejected or beloved. It might be the reason we feel safe or at risk. And I think of campus safety. And I think of 3 experiences with campus safety that were life-changing for me. And they parallel the world that we're in now. Right? The first experience was me in a freezing December night in winter, last day before the semester ended. And I was to head back home up to the Bay Area. And my girlfriend at the time came over so we could spend the last night hanging out. And my dad was coming over also, but he was gonna get there late. So he told me, hey, listen, go ahead and hang with your lady. I'm gonna go ahead and crash. I might get there late, so I'll just crash in my van. And then we'll take off in the morning. Okay, cool. So apparently that night, my dad pulled up into in his van into the Meade parking lot right outside my window. He pulled up into the parking lot, went to sleep in the middle of the night, as sometimes happened. His bladder started knocking. He had to go to urinate, right? So he hopped out the van, tried to go into one of the dorms, but they were locked, security, right? So he went into the bushes. A nice little patch of dirt away, private, not disturbing anyone. Came back, hopped into his van, went back to sleep. Was awoken later by the red and blue lights piercing the sky from maybe 5, 6, maybe even 7 campus security and police cars surrounding him, over 12 officers on a bullhorn telling him to exit the van. He exited the van wearing his shorts, no shoes, freezing, t-shirt. They held him and detained him because apparently somebody said they saw a guy walk from the bushes back to his van and get in the parking lot. Now, safety and security is important, so when you see something, say something. Yes, absolutely. But something about that response just feels a little bit much. Does it require? He wasn't bringing a body back to the van. No. He was the tuition-paying middle-class father who was paying for his son to be at the school that he was parked at. He wasn't looking like a vagrant and a homeless guy. He didn't have a weapon. He just walked. He was a college professor himself who climbed back in his van and got out. So I couldn't quite understand why the response required police cars and hands on guns and step out of the vehicle, sir, and hours of him standing in the cold asking if he could go put on his shoes and being told no because his crime was going to take a pee in the bushes. Those are the moments that you start to just go, I don't know, but you begin get a little uncomfortable and you start to feel like you're going to hurt somebody's feelings and you feel like somebody's going to be mad at you, but you can't help but going, is this because I'm Black? Oh, Lord. Oh, God, here you go with the race car. Everything is because you black. Now, really? You gonna pull the race car? Oh, now it's black. I did something you call. Am I offending you? Why can't you? Look, I'm colorblind. I don't even see blackness. Why you gotta go there? I'm sorry, my bad, but doesn't that response seem a little bit exaggerated? Doesn't it seem like something else culturally, historically, genetically, something in us was being responded to that was not the situation itself? I don't know, maybe it's just me. And we live in that moment, don't we? And we carry that moment for the rest of our lives. And every single time something happens to us, we find ourselves going, but if no one raises their hand with us, then we just, I guess it's just me. So it reminds me of the second campus experience that I remember that was life-changing, when I was pulled over myself by a police officer right outside of the campus. He pulled me over, I don't know, something, cracked tail light or something like that. And I remember him dealing with license and registration, and a car pulled up, and a white man got out of the car, and it was one of my professors. And he walked over to me, and he just looked at me, ignored the officer, and he said, "Are you okay?" And I just found myself suddenly going, yes. And now I feel safe. Not safe because of this officer. I don't even feel threatened because of this officer. This officer, I didn't feel pulled me over because I was black, but this professor stepped out of his car because I was black. He said, this is because you're black. It is because I recognize that your experience is not mine. It is because I recognize that you are at risk in ways that I will never be at risk. It is because I recognize that our experiences don't have to be the same for us to look out for each other and care for each other and reach across our lines and say, are you okay? Is that okay for me to ask, are you okay? And I felt safe. And it reminds me of my third campus safety experience a few years later with my father, just before he got to watch me walk across the stage and be the student commencement speaker at the graduation that he paid for. He passed away. I lost him. His heartbeat stopped on the side of the road in his car. And I remember very few things between that moment and graduation, but one of them is the moment when a campus safety officer, a black campus safety officer, came up to me and said, are you okay? Come talk to me. Let's break bread, let's hug, let's cry, let's laugh. I know your pain. I know what you're going through. And it is not because you are black. And it is not because I am black. It is because we are human. It is because we both know this story of humanity, of pain and struggle, of loss, of victory and triumph, of reasons to laugh and reasons to cry. It is because we should both be able to, despite my uniform, despite your title, despite your history, despite my experience, we should be able to come together and be with one another, be community, find the commonalities in our story, to understand that there are ways that we intersect that we have never been aware of, and there are ways that we intersect that we will soon become aware of, that we may not ever become aware of, but we have to open ourselves up to it. We have to extend our hand past the lines. We have to recognize that sometimes it is okay because I am black, and sometimes it is not because I am black, and that is okay too. We have to understand the totality of this black experience as we move forward, as you step off of this campus, because it's not going to all change. I don't care where you think you're going. Some of y'all are like, I'm going to Howard. Whatever. I didn't go to Howard in my last 2 years of being at Pitzer College where I was supposed to go because my mom taught there. I didn't go to Howard because I had the opportunity to go to Africa. It don't get no blacker than that. I I went all the way to Africa to experience being called white by Africans. So whatever, it ain't gonna change. The only thing that will change is you. So keep finding these new versions of yourself, because you can't tell me that these versions of you, you splashing your way into your future, that they are not more inspiring than that safe, silent, stagnant version of you just existing in still waters. No, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, like bottom animals moving their bottoms at the bottom of the sea, if black excellence is what you truly seek, then movement is the key. I once heard a 7-year-old boy actually say the words, "It's not the size of the boat, but the motion in the ocean." Okay, so hopefully he was just regurgitating out of context something that he overheard. But it does not negate the wisdom of this prepubescent prophet. You made it here. Graduating class, you are here. You survived the midterms and the classes and the finals. You made it to the finish line. You are sitting here. You got through all the activities and the job applications, right? You got it. You pushed your way through it. You got here, you sit here excited but also exhausted at the end of your college experience, and you didn't think that you was gonna make it. You were feeling like, I might not make it. This time I might not make it. I might not make it. You were singing it all the way here, but you made it. You made it to an event called commencement, which means a beginning. I thought I was at the end. Nope. A start, a beginning, meaning it's not about what you've done as much as it is about what it has prepared you to do. So there is still one question that remains. How will you make an even bigger splash in this world, right? How will you rise above the tide of still waters? That is the question that lies before you. And as far as I'm concerned, according to 7-year-olds, maybe you need more motion in your ocean. Maybe you need to get familiar with surfing waves at the edge so that you'll get a much better view of all that lies ahead, right? You'll more easily maneuver the dangers that you dread ashore. Sometimes you might eat it, but when you don't, you'll fly instead. Maybe you need more motion in your ocean. Maybe you need to remember that it's not about the size, how big or small the wave is that you make. Sometimes it's about how passionate it is, how strong it is, how communal it is, right? Sometimes it's just about how mighty your small little wave is. That can make the biggest impact. We have all heard the famous quote from Margaret Mead that says, "Do not ever doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has." Right? I remember asking Lydia as I was talking, just kind of catching up with the campus experience, asking her, like, so are students showing up to activities with the Black Student Unions and so forth? Are they, the campus activities, the cultural activities, are they showing up? She was like, oh yeah. Like they show up, in large numbers, like 6, 7 deep. 6, 7. Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. All I want to know is, which 6 or 7 of you is it going to be that changes my world after you leave here? Which 6 or 7 of you is it going to be that makes transformational acts in prison reform, right? Or mass incarceration? Who will be the 6 or 7 that change police accountability or healthcare disparity, right? Point to the 6 or 7 of you that will change and transform education reform, overcrowded schools, underachieving students, transform unemployment. 6 or 7. 6 or 7 for gender equality in the workplace. 6 or 7 eliminating food deserts in urban communities. 6 or 7 hate crimes and black-on-black crimes. 6 or 7 for foster care and alternative family structures by embracing your power, the power to the 6th or 7th power. Not to just join a movement, not to just create a movement, but to become a movement. Maybe you need more motion in your ocean. Maybe you need to commit yourself that you will create movement in others, that you will move heads to pay attention, move hearts to pay it forward, and move hands to pay respect to this planet and care for it, to use technology on the move, to make your move on innovation, make stagnation move over, and make space for imagination, to move passion to full tears, move courage beyond fear, and get hate to move along now, nothing to see here, move heaven and earth for love, move peace to get a move on, move greed away from injustice and help it move in with empathy, push activists to move social movements, stir capitalists to move social impact, and rouse philanthropists to help others move up and propel policymakers to don't just stand there, bust a move. Move heaven and earth for your convictions. Move mountains for what you believe in. Go seismic with your innovation and shake things up. Go shine light on your higher purpose and wake things up and break things up till you recreate things up and get your weight train up until your weight gain is up enough to make splashes in this world until you become the leading swami of transformational tsunamis. And okay, not the big crazy, devastating CNN drama or village tsunamis. I mean like cute happy tsunamis, successful tsunamis, less stressful tsunamis, successful tsunamis that leave your excellence in high tide and leave your skeptics burnt up inside as they happen to watch you from the safety of the beach, right? Pining for the taste of your retreat, waiting for the wave to defeat and waiting anxiously so that they can shriek. Wipe out. But you and I know what they do not. That they will be sorely disappointed. So, pay them no mind, these voices, as they speak their poison. And understand, they will. They will have the audacity to tell you, just shut your mouth. Quiet down. Don't bang the drums too loud. Don't make waves. Just stay in your lane, brother. Keep following orders, Mom. Don't make waves. Just go get a job, collect that check. Don't make waves. Don't be trying to change the system. Don't be trying to embrace a new vision. Don't make waves. Just go do what you've always done. The way we've always told you to do it. Don't make waves. They will tell you today, as they have told us all throughout time, do not question authority. Put down that protest sign. You just need to stop with all this independent thought. Be happy with the norm. Be happy with what you got. Listen, these ridiculous freedoms you speak of will never be. Just go to the back of the bus. Just leave the voting to me. This is a man's world, sweetie. Sit there and look pretty. You can never be president, boy. Stop being silly. Hush that crazy talk of change. There's nothing wrong with the norm. Just accept the system as it is. No need for reform. Save your kumbaya black excellence visions for the cults. Just keep doing the same thing and you will get new results. Just bide your time and walk the line. Just follow orders. Don't stir the waters. Don't bang the drums too loud. Be happy being number 2. This is what they will tell you. When they do, it is in that moment that I give you full permission to run full speed to the edge of this world's still waters. Leap into the air, tucking your knees to your chin, and do the mightiest cannonball that you can muster, leaving your haters soaked in your excellence, right? Don't get tons and tons of water. No, don't be the tons and tons of water in the sink and then pour into your communities, filling it to the brink with your excellence, and then grab your magical magnetic scepter and lift your hands and make every one of your community in the stands, row by row, stand in the center of this beautiful, beautiful black excellence in motion that choreographs the horizon of your future's blue ocean. Because this, ladies and gentlemen, is how your next chapter will be made. And it begins from the moment you cross the shoreline of this stage. So stand up, face those waters, and get your balance unafraid. For if you all have any intention of owning your future, don't just sit there. Make waves, graduating class of 2016. Make waves. Thank you. Back here. I'm proud of y'all. I'm proud of you. Thank you.
So now for the time you've all been waiting for. We're going to get our graduates on stage and begin awarding them. But one more hearty round of applause for Mr. Andrews. I'm extremely grateful for him being here today. He came in last minute. He worked with our technical limitations, and he delivered an excellent, motivating, and exciting delivery of a speech this afternoon. So I'm really happy that we were able to have an alumnus present and talk a little bit about his experiences here at the Claremont Colleges and give you some parting words of wisdom and advice with a little bit of a sense of humor. So thank you, and we are now going to have our faculty and staff procession on stage. Faculty and staff will sit in these chairs to my right and left. So you can sit wherever you like. If you'd like to stand up and walk around this way, you can come and have a seat, and then we'll have our students line up. So let's give our faculty and staff a round of applause for being here in their hot doctoral robes. I also want to announce that this entire front area is going to be cleared. So if you are a family member that's sitting in an aisle, on the floor, or uncomfortable, you can actually come and enjoy a seat once all of these front areas are clean. So we invite you to sit in those seats. And thank you for your patience. And we are also really happy to see so many people. We did not expect this great of a turnout, so we were so glad. Okay, so if all of our faculty and staff are up, I'd like to invite our ushers to help lead our graduates to the stage. Remember that you're going to be seated in alphabetical order, so in the order that you lined in and walked in here. So we're going to take the time to do that carefully, so if you could give us a couple of minutes. I have one more announcement, and this is to our alumni. So as you're making your way to the stage, I did want to remind you that, yes, I did call you alumni. You are now, you are graduates, and I'd like to remind you that OBSA is interested in maintaining connections and relationships with you after you've left the colleges. We have a few initiatives that we're planning so that the students that are still here can have access to a strong network of support from among our alumni. So if you see a message from me bothering you and asking you some questions, we would like to get you into our alumni database so that we can continue to have strong connections within our populations of students of African descent here. Okay, I'd like to invite anybody sitting in aisles and on the floor. You can fill up these seats in the front. Don't be shy. They're comfortable. You are welcome to fill the seats, especially for those of you up in the nosebleeds that are sweating up there. I see you sweating, so it's hot, I know it is. Feel free to come down and sit in these seats. The students will not be returning to the valued seats. So as we have our faculty and staff here on the stage, traditionally the faculty and staff put the Kente stoles on the students. We're doing something a little different this year because they've already received their stoles. So if there's a student that you had a particular relationship with or closest with, you are free to come up and take a photograph or hug your student, swing them around, just don't throw them off the stage, so don't get that upset, while you're here on the stage. So you can feel free to do that. Thank you. So our students should be walking in any minute. Once again, I hope our parents and family remember, please do not approach or run to or run on the stage when you see your student. It will fill you with joy and excitement. You are free to take as many photos as you want from your seats. And once again, we will be sharing all of the images publicly with all the graduates so that families can have photographs. And Marcus Pope, who's our student photographer, will be selling photos of individual students that you can arrange with him. He's right down here in front. You want to wait? Wave your hand one more time. Okay. I just want to explain to everyone how this is going to work. Students are going to be led out row by row. They'll walk around to the back of the stage, and as their names are read, they'll come out, receive a certificate, take a photo with me, and then they'll have 30 seconds to give thank yous. At that time, we did say we want to limit to 30 seconds, so that's what we will try to do. And then students, after the students give their 30-second speech, then please hold your applause until that point. If you continue to applaud right after their names are read, they'll hold it up because then you'll be doing it twice. So if you could control yourselves to give your round of applause after the student has given their 30-second thank you, we greatly appreciate it. We're so excited, and we are ready to announce our class of 2016.
Abram, Pomona College, bachelor's degree in politics.
So a prolific writer once said, "The race is not given to the swift, neither to the strong, but to the one that endures until the end." So first and foremost, I would like to say thank you to my creator and sustainer who has brought me to this moment. To God be all the glory for the things that he has done. To my family who's here, specifically my sister, who has flown all the way out here, even though she's graduating in 2 weeks, so she has a lot of stuff to do. To Professor Hurley and Dr. Maria, who's here, love you, appreciate you. Thank you for helping me to make Pomona my home. And to my peers, thank you for traveling with me. It has been a long, arduous journey, but it has been worth it. Thank you so much.
Ahmed, Pomona College, bachelor's degree in sociology, minor in Spanish.
Wow, it's so good to be here. The journey has been long, it's been hard, but we made it. I would like to say thank you so much to my family. Y'all have pulled me through. To my friends, I love you. To my tribe of Black women who has held me down here. To the rest of my Pomona College family, I love you. Yeah, thank you.
Michael Anderson, Claremont Graduate School, Drucker School of Management, Masters of Business Administration and Finance.
We exist. I stand here honored to engage all the beautiful families in attendance tonight, for today. And first, I want to say that as a former Drucker School of Management research assistant and teacher's assistant for the Drucker Chair, I am a future West Coast director, and I just want to give thanks to my family and ask them to stand so I can give them an applause. And Mom and Dad, have a great anniversary this week.
Bella Anje, Pomona College, bachelor's degree in computer science.
Thank you to all of my teachers and advisors and friends and like members of the community that have helped me get this degree. Not many other Black women are computer science majors here. So I hope that more will come, and I'm glad to have been one of them. Thank you.
Fikir Bekele, Pomona College, bachelor's degree in molecular biology.
First, to my family, especially my parents who came all the way here to celebrate me. Thank you very much. I would not be here without you. And then to the faculty and the staff, the Black faculty and staff that have supported me and mentored me this past 4 years, I want to say thank you. And to my Black peers who have left me and helped me, thank you.
Dr. Meritab Bayene, Pitzer College, Sociology and Molecular Biology with a pre-med track.
Hi. I just want to say thank you everyone for coming here. And I especially want to thank my family and my friends over there. You guys rock. I know these things sometimes can be boring, but you guys made it through. And I want to give special thanks to my professor, Dr. Bonaparte, who helped me go through college. I've been through hard stuff, and she'll always be there for me. And she also taught me how to advocate for myself, so I really want to thank Dr. so much.
Esther Befe, Pomona College, bachelor's degree in neuroscience with a pre-med track.
First of all, I'd like to thank my mom, who came all the way from Zimbabwe. Rooting for me back home, my friends that have become family here, and lastly, I'd like to thank all the faculty and staff at Pomona College that have mentored me for the last 4 years and have made my experience great. Thank you.
Ariel Blair, Claremont Graduate University, Doctor of Philosophy and Psychology, concentration in organizational behavior.
I'd like to thank, first of all, my parents, Keith and Sylvia Blair, and I wish that they could be here to celebrate this day with me. They taught me to value education, and more education, and more education. like to thank my partner, Jim Bay, who's here with me today, who has mentored me, coached me, loved me, encouraged me, pushed me, and it's thanks to his presence. Thank you.
Isaiah Boone. Bachelor's degree in mathematics.
I would first and foremost like to thank God for all that He's done for me and me being the person I am today. I'd like to thank my family, and I would like to especially acknowledge my mom. I can never express how much you've done for me, which I appreciate you, Mom. And I just thank God for you every day.
Sammy Bohr, Pomona College, chemistry.
Hi. I'd like to give thanks to my family who is absent today, or I know they're with me in spirit. And I'd also like to be thankful to the amazing community here in the Claremont colleges. And as I leave, I'll know that you're always and forever in my heart. Thank you.
Dion Boyd, Pomona College, bachelor's degree in economics.
I was only planning on saying a quick thank you, but as y'all can see, I have a lot of love and support here from many mentors and deans, professors, posse, my family, my brothers, Reese, Isaiah, Kyle, Charles. It's been an amazing experience here, and I just want to say thank you to everybody.
Montez Brownlee, Pomona College, bachelor's degree in psychology with a minor in gender and women's studies.
Hey y'all. I first have to thank my God who mercifully breathes life into me each day. I thank my beloved family who's holding down Chicago right now until tomorrow, and I can't wait to hold them again, specifically my mom, sis, and pops. Last but never least, I thank the family I bonded to, not by blood, but by tears, hugs, sweat, laughter, from early mornings to late nights, especially the Black women behind me who have made me feel like home wherever I go. I wouldn't be here without you and making it out of here without you. Thank you.
Paul Carter, Pomona College, bachelor's degree in psychology.
I'd like to start with a poem to the Black fam. We paid this place, but we made this place. We validated these institutions with our presence, but never needed them to validate our excellence. And that's how I know that we've always been everything we needed to be.
And if you don't believe me, ask yourself how you've come this far. I know I've come this far because of my friends, my family, my professors, my advisors, my mentors, Professor Hurley, Dr. Tucker, my fam, Dad, Mom, Tommy, Sammy, Aunt Coco, Aunt Lenise, Gran, Nana, Uncle Greg, I love you all. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for being here always.
Keith Claybrook Jr., Claremont Graduate University, PhD in Cultural Studies with a certificate in Africana Studies.
Good afternoon. I'll start by saying thank you to my parents. They birthed 3 children who have, between them, 1 associate's degree, 4 bachelor's degrees, 2 master's degrees, and now a PhD. Not bad for a working class family from Compton. To my friend, colleague, TJ Robinson, that's up there, thank you for always being there. To my wife, Candace, and my children.
Nelson Cole, Pomona College, English Literature.
I just want to thank my family for being here now and always being there for me. I love y'all. KK, Auntie Vet, my parents, top row, I see y'all, David, saving up money to come see me, I love that. Aunt, Cousin Cam, Marcus, thank y'all, I love y'all.
Yvonne Davis, Claremont Graduate University, Master of Arts in Applied Women's Studies, Master of Fine Art, Concentration Video Art, Africana Studies certificate.
Yeah, I couldn't stand here today without first giving honor to God, my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And I just want to just read a quick scripture. It's from Proverbs 16:9. A man's mind plans his way, but the Lord directs his steps and makes them sure. So I know that I'm being led completely by God, and that I am where I am, and I've come this far by His grace and by His mercy. And so even when I feel like I'm in the wilderness of my life, I know soon that I will go to possess my promised land. Thank you.
Lauren Dawson, Pinter College, bachelor's degree in organizational studies and a minor in Africana studies.
Hi everyone. I'd just like to thank my friends and family for all their support throughout these past 4 years, especially the family and friends that are here today. Thank you.
Pamela Diallo, bachelor's degree in economics.
So first, I want to thank God for from Him and through Him and to Him are all things, and to Him be glory forever. And I want to thank my parents and my siblings. Love you, sis. You guys are my ride or die. Thank you for your sacrifices. I am standing here all because of that. And to my Pomona community and my friends, I love you guys. Thank you.
Chandra Dickey, Scripps College, bachelor's degree in politics, international relations, and history.
generosity, the Scripps community for allowing me to find a home here, and all of the friends I've made. Thank you so much.
Sean Dixon, Claremont Graduate University, master's degree in religion.
First, I just want to thank my family and friends for pushing me to come back to Claremont and graduate and finish out my MA after my mom died. It's been almost 2 years since I lost my mom suddenly and unexpectedly, and it was hard. The thing I remember vividly most was before they closed that casket, I told my mom I continue to make her proud. And with that, Mom, this is for you.
Wesley Dorneval, Pomona College, bachelor's degree in ethnobotany.
Wesley! Gotta get it done, babe.
Just a boy from the 305. For those who don't know, that's the Miami life. Got 30 seconds to spit some bars, so let me dive right in so I clear them all. Shout out to my fam for holding me down when I looked away. You kept me straight. Props to my professors who gave me those lessons. Thanks to you that I can see the truth. Thanks to Obasay for paving the way. Historical events, so I didn't become a lame. Shout out to all the staff here. You had my back. This one's for you for keeping me on track. And now here I am, a product of 15, done with school, graduating with 16. So one last thing, and I need to say it, as one man once said, being black at the Claremont colleges, that shit is amazing.
Kyle Easton, Pomona College, bachelor's degree in international relations and a concentration in conflict resolution.
So I would firstly like to thank my family, especially my mother, who has, by way of unconditional love and care, instilled in me a will and unending drive, which has gotten me here today. To the village that raised me, thank you will never be enough. To my many friends, family, loved ones who I found along the way during my educational journey, there are too many of you to thank here, but know that you have been and forever will be with me, no matter where I go. Thank you.
Vanessa Fader Johnson, Spencer College, bachelor's in sociology and Africana studies.
I'm going to talk really quickly. First and foremost, I want to thank my mom, my dad, Mark, and my stepmom for reminding me that school is not fun, it's for education. I want to thank Professor Espinoza, Lamel, Sojourner, Bonaparte, and Harris. I need to thank Jason for always believing in me and reminding me that opportunities are endless when I put my mind to it. Thank you, Alexandra, Nina, and Amanda for being my favorite sweet and lifelong friend. Shout out to my best friends and original trio, Alex, J, Dia, and Sierra. Thank you, Nicole and Talia, for being two black women and sisters who I admire and love dearly, along with Adiza, Shani, Michelle, Ashley, and Ida. Thank you, Kat, Emma, JR, Sharika, Melissa, and Isaac for inspiring me and providing me so much love. The boys, you know who you are. Thank you to my family for dealing with me despite my inconsistent communication during finals and long weeks. Thank you to everyone that I met along the journey, especially the black freshmen here. You guys really inspired me and transformed me. Thank you.
everybody. I want to say thank you to all my people. Thank you to my friends, my family, all those professors who have been there for me, all those who came before me. When I think about this time and what it's meant to build community here, I'm reminded of some words from Octavia Butler, who said, all that you touch, you change, and all that you change, changes you. And for me, that really sums up a lot of the magic and the sweet, sweet things that we've been going together in our time here. And it's something that I'm definitely going to carry with me. So thank you all. And thank you, my parents. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Mama. I love you so much, and I couldn't have done it without you.
Taylor Fortson, Pomona College, Bachelor's in Neuroscience, Pre-Med track.
So I just want to thank my parents and my extended family for sacrificing their wants and needs to not only pay for it, but get me through a Pomona College education, because that's not easy. And those are the same people that I have to thank for helping me grind out being in science and pre-med, the times when I thought that Pomona was too competitive and people in my classes didn't look like me, and worst of all, that I wasn't smart enough to even be here, which, of course, that last part wasn't true, but it took my loved ones being there for me to make me realize that. So thank you so much, and it was all worth it.
Nia Gillenwater, Scripps College, bachelor's degree in economics, minor in politics.
First, I want to thank my parents for literally everything. I don't know how I would have gotten through Scripps without them. My faculty for answering my millions of questions and never being irritated. And the Scripps Student Affairs and Res Life staff for more support than I ever knew that I needed. Thank you.
Marcia Gia, Claremont Graduate University, Master's in Public Health Concentration, Leadership and Management.
Hello, I would like to take the time to thank my parents and family for instilling in me the importance of prayers and God. And my advice for you guys is always sprinkle a little bit of Jesus in all the things that you do. It's always going to be sweet and amazing. And one other thing, it's more than getting a degree today. I know growing up as a little Haitian girl and seeing a lot of the infrastructures and me complaining a lot. And today having the opportunity to address them and actually making real change is quite a dream coming true. And I'm very excited, very happy. Thank you all.
Brittany Hughes, Pomona College, bachelor's degree in pre-med economics with a minor in biology.
Go, Brittany.
It's taken a while to get here. First and foremost, I want to give honor to God, my Savior, the Lord Jesus Christ. I want to thank everyone who supported me on my journey here, the Office of PSA, Dean Middleton, Tiffany, J. Smith, Cleo, London, all of you all, Dean Towns, Dean Jen. Mom, can you stand up for a second? I just want to acknowledge you and all the hard work that you did. You raised 5 children. I am so proud to be your last baby girl to leave college with a degree. All of us have graduated from college, and you did the job by yourself. And I want to thank you so much. Those late nights you stayed on the phone with me, encouraging me, keeping me here, keeping encouraged when I was tried and my faith was very low. Thank you so much. I love you, Mom.
Olua Mayowa Egan, Pomona College, bachelor degree in environmental analysis.
I'd like to thank my mom for being here today.
Oh my goodness. Thank you for everything you've ever done. And thank you for always looking good while doing it too.
Alexandria Jazanowski.
That's my sister! Mine too!
So they say that out of all of the flowers in the earth, the black woman is the only flower that grows on water. I would like to thank everyone who has been my water here, whether you exist in this space or far, far away from it. And thank you to my family, my mom, my dad, my siblings, my grandparents, and so on, for making it possible for me to be here today. Thank you.
Ida Casa, Pomona College, bachelor's degree in environmental analysis with a concentration in public health.
Hey, Mommy. Hey, Daddy. Where are you guys? Okay, Mommy's here. Where's Daddy? I know. There you are. Okay. Mama and Daddy, I love you so much, and I don't know how I can ever thank you for how much you've given me. To my family in Chicago, Adis Gondar, Azazo, and my chosen family, y'all know who you are. Thank you for pouring love into me. And to my angels, because I got angels all around me that keep me surrounded. Kulele mawadacho, ayato che, yuya, shashe, and nakasa. Hule sele mitatabaking, amasaganalo, kale nanta dagafazi aldarsu neber. Thank you.
Nana Corantina Coranten. Bachelor's in Arts, Early Life Studies.
I just wanted to give a quick thank you to all of my friends and family, to the Adabimpeg. Today, you're the best cheerleader. To my mom, thank you so much. You've been my partner in adventure, my best friend, and you've done everything for me. I love you.
Ashley Land, Pomona College, bachelor's degree in media studies, concentration in film and video.
I'll take this whole 30 seconds real quick. I'd like to thank first my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Without him, I would be nothing. I would like to thank my family. 16 of my family members came here from Chicago. If that's not love, I don't know what is. I'd like to thank my Pomona faculty and staff who supported me. I'd like to thank my Pomona squad who are in the audience and behind me for always, I was gonna say something bad, okay. For always staying up with me and making sure I was good and being able to do the work. For those who don't know, I lost my dad and my grandma all within my time here at Pomona. And I have to give a special thanks to my mom, because without you, I would not have been able to make it. You are my rock, you are my love, and I love you so much. And it's also my mom's birthday, so happy birthday to you. Without you, there would be no me. Thank you.
bachelor's degree in economics.
I want to say thank you to my mom and dad who couldn't be here today, and also, I want to say thank you to my professors and my advisors, like Coach Tony Boston and Professor Jefache, and also I want to send thank you to my friends who are here to celebrate this time. Thank you.
Quaylee Liggins, General McKinney College, International Relations, Chinese.
So, two things. One, I've learned that sometimes the only prayer that you need to say is thank you. So thank you, and I'll get to specific thank yous here in a second. And secondly, to remember that through all of our success, my success, that we should keep God first. So first, thank you, God. Dad, I feel you in this room right now. Here come the waterworks. Thank you, Ma, for instilling in me education, the importance of education. And inspire me to just do really great things in whatever it is that I pursue. Kalia, there you are. Thank you for keeping me humble as always, and to all the rest of my family and classmates and staff and faculty, thank you and congratulations to all of us.
Charles Minka Premo, Pomona College, bachelor's degree in mathematics. Vivian Muller, Scripps College, bachelor's degree in history and Latin American and Caribbean studies with a minor in dance.
First off, I'd like to thank my mother and grandmother for all the things they've done in their lives to make sure that I was able to get an education. I'd like to thank my twin sister Carmen for being on this journey with me, even though we've been several hundred miles apart for the first time in our lives. And I would like to thank the past, current, and future members of the Wanawake YMCA at Scripps for continuing to create community.
Miles Mundy, Pomona College, bachelor's degree in biology, pre-med track.
First and foremost, I would like to give thanks to my parents who are actually sitting right there. I love you. Thank you so much for giving me your baby face, even though I may hate it, but I still love you. I want to give thanks to everyone who goes to Pomona College, especially the Black students here who have welcomed me and helped me when I didn't feel welcome in the past in high school or any other place. And I would especially like to give thanks to all the faculty who have supported me, and especially my friend group for checking me on my bullshit, because I definitely needed to be checked, and giving me support when I needed it, and making me believe that I could actually graduate, because at some points I thought I would just leave. Thank you so much.
Lisa, Claremont Graduate University, master's degree in information systems and technology.
Hey. First off, I couldn't be here grace of God for a girl all the way from Rwanda getting her master's degree in information systems and technology. It's truly by God's grace. And I would want to thank my family who are going to be watching this all the way back home. Mama, Papa, Ndawakunda, Ndawakumbuye, and my friends and professors who continuously supported me and encouraged me. I couldn't be here if it wasn't for your continued support. Love you guys.
Sarah Norris, Pitzer College, bachelor degree in psychology, minor in Spanish.
You'll have to forgive me on not in cap and gown. I promise I'll have it tomorrow for Pitzer graduation. But first off, I want to thank my family who flew from all over the country really to be here with me. And I want to thank my Pitzer family that I've made. Some of them are here. Honestly, I would not have been able to get through these past 2 weeks without both the support of my family here at Pitzer and my family at home. Honestly, thank you. I'm so excited.
Brendan Wankwo, Pitzer College, Bachelor's of Arts degree in English and Anthropology.
I just want to thank all the family and all the friends, and I want to thank all the Black and Brown faculty and staff. We couldn't do this without you. Thank you, everybody.
Jennifer Okonkwo, bachelor's degree in economics.
Hi all. While my name is the one that's on this degree, I do want to stress how important it is that it was a collective effort and not just me alone. So I want to thank my family and my parents for all the financial, physical, and emotional sacrifices they've made, in addition to my friends, namely Montez Brownlee and Nicole Rufus and Brittany Hughes, for holding me down when I was pressed beyond belief, and also the communities I've been a part of while I've been at Pomona. Thank you so much.
Shani Paul, Pomona College, bachelor's degree in media studies, concentration in film video, and a minor in Spanish.
I truly know what it means when people say it takes a village to raise a child. For the most part, that village has been my mom. So thank you for always putting your children first. To my family who's coming from miles away, Carmen and Sophia. To my friends in the audience and my friends on stage, the Black women who helped me so much. Thank you all.
Dana Powell, Claremont Graduate University, MBA and MA in Positive Organizational Psychology.
I'd like to thank my best friend, my savior, the one who carried me through this process when I could barely afford to stand, Jesus Christ. I'd like to dedicate this moment to my grandmother, who passed away last weekend. I'd like to thank my dad, who traveled 3 different states to make it to my graduation and her funeral. I'd like to thank my family and friends who made it. See you guys. I'd like to thank my little sisters, Jaleese and Jamie. You guys make me so proud every day. Thank you.
Isaac Richard III, Pitzer College, bachelor's degree in sociology, and a minor in economics.
I just want to thank my parents, my little brother John Henry. Mom, I hope this can be a belated Mother's Day gift to you, and to my dad. I just want to thank you for your guidance and helping me be a black man, not only in Claremont, but in America as well. I hope you know how grateful I am having a black father by my side every step of the way. And the life lessons I've learned from you and Mom, the reason I'm here on stage today. And I also want to thank Professor Alicia Bonaparte. She's helped me in more ways than I can express in the short time I get to talk today. Thank you as well. Thank you.
Nicole Rufus, Scripps College, bachelor's degree in African Studies.
Hi everyone. My mom said jokingly on the phone yesterday that this weekend was to celebrate both of us. That wasn't a joke. It definitely is to celebrate both of us. Me being here is more a reflection of you than anything else. I feel like I've watched you make miracles happen over and over again, so thank you. Also, my auntie Chinez is here today. She was the first person to ever teach me that sometimes water is just as thick as blood. So thank you to you and to the village of women who raised me. To my friends here, thank you for continuing to teach me that sometimes water is just as thick as blood. And I know I cry a lot, y'all, so thank you for always just like bearing with me.
Danielle Shickley, Pomona College, Bachelor of Arts, Cognitive Science with a minor in Economics.
Thank you to my parents, my sister for the support. Thank you to my friends for keeping things fun, to my advisor, Deborah Burke, to Professor Donna Grazia, and the Glee Club for making my experience unbelievable. Thank you.
Michelle Schultz, Pomona College, bachelor's degree in English with a minor in media studies.
Thank you, Mom, for keeping me calm during times of stress and teaching me to have a mind of my own. Thank you, Dad, for steady words of encouragement and pictures of Chicago blizzards to remind me I made the right decisions here in California. Thank you to my incredible thesis advisor, Joe Junn, for being my intellectual anchor. Thank you, Earl and Brendan, for keeping me grounded and making me feel fully loved, and lots of laughs to go along with it. Thank you so much to Dean Rick Towns for being an incredible mentor, advisor, and an all-around homie. Thanks to all my girlfriends for being on this journey with me. Thank you, Paul, for being the greatest co-head mentor. And finally, thank you to Dean Middleton, Latrice, and Nick for restoring OBSA and bringing life to a place that had been dead for a really long time.
Celia Mandela Shugren, Pittsburgh College, bachelor's degree in sociocultural anthropology and street work.
First of all, I want to thank my mama over everyone else, and also my friends and faculty and family who supported me through this. A special thank you to my mixed community for giving me a space here to feel like a whole person.
Cleopatra Tellis, Claremont Graduate University, bachelor's in basic and applied social psychology and evaluation.
Good afternoon. I would like to thank the Lord, my family, both blood and relational. A lot of the relational ones are on this stage. And all of the people who have supported me throughout the years, from friends, staff, and various people around the colleges. Thank you.
Latoya Williams, Claremont Graduate University, PhD, Urban Educational Leadership.
There's something that I get to do while I'm here with all of you. All right. It's my father. I lost him a year ago. My brother lost him almost a year ago. We all lost someone. It sounds like I want to regionalize space for the food to reach him. I had something that I wrote, but then my father came to me in my ear and he said, "Put your mama first, she's still here." So there's something that I wrote on Facebook, and I realized that this was the piece I needed to share. So, Mama, will you stand? My brother and sister. Thanks, Mama. If people weren't here to see me do this, they'll need to see it. The folks who are supposed to be here are here. To my mother, her womb delivered me. Not 44 years ago, but today. Her womb delivered me, a birth that will continue to be reimagined at each elevation in my life. As ancestors become the stairs that lift me high, my mother's still here. She walks with me, my father, brother, uncle, and sister, who we lost in 12 months within the last year, have lifted us today. As we stand in a space of celebration, one that includes my father's dream for me, my brother's support of me, and my mother's collective identity as a black girl. Our black girls rejoice in this moment as mamas and daughters can be homegirls too. Sometimes one homegirl does something that the other homegirl's not able. To my mama, my homegirl, and the rest, thank you and I love you.
London Williams, Claremont Graduate University, Masters in Positive Developmental Psychology and Evaluation.
Mom, you were right. My feet are killing me right now. But I would like to thank my mom and dad for coming all the way from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and for teaching me that mind is a terrible thing to waste since the age of 2. I would like to thank OBSA because I don't know what I would have done without having that safe space. And I would like to thank all the students, staff, and faculty behind me, specifically Cleo, Tiffany, Brittany, Dean Middleton, and Latrice.
West Aaron Lelane, Claremont McKenna College, bachelor's degree in philosophy and public affairs.
I know I'm last. Thank you for your patience. I'm sure you've had it for all our lives. But first, I want to thank my family with an F, especially my mom, who taught me how to fly and loved me unconditionally. But I also want to thank my family with a PH for the genuine giggles and the kind debauchery. You made my survival colorful and beautiful. I want to thank Laura Harris for giving me the space and taking the space to teach me about my identity and Black queerness and give that time in the classroom. And speaking of, last and not least, I'm reminded that it is not what the white philosopher, I forget his name, said, I think therefore I'm free. It is what the Black lesbian philosopher, warrior, poet, Audre Lorde said, I feel, therefore I can be free.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our class of 2016. Let's give them a round of applause. want to thank our faculty and staff guests. I want to thank our keynote speaker, Sekou Andrews. And I want to thank the OBSA staff as well as our graduates for being here this afternoon. And I want to thank, most importantly, our family and friends who are here, who sat through the ceremony, who applauded, who cried with us, and who laughed with us. We now have a great lunch prepared for you outside. Please use all the opportunities you have to take photographs, be with friends, and love one another. Have a wonderful afternoon, and congratulations to everyone. Thank you.